All right, peace and love, fam. It's Moreno Bey. I got a video today that may touch a few people. Actually, I've already, talked about what I'm about to speak about, but I don't think a lot of people really paid attention to it, so I want to kind of do it again. All right, my question is this to all the Negroes, blacks, and colors, that love to argue, love to debate, and get no solutions whatsoever, and they refuse to claim their nationality as a Moorish American and understand, overstand, and understand what we are speaking about. No, we are not Noble Drew Ali dick riders. No, we don't think we know law. Well, some think, some know. I stand in the category of knowing. I don't think anything. But anyway, it's about this. Did the transatlantic slave trade exist true indeed the way the European reconstructors of history say it existed? Now, they say that they transported millions of what they call Africans to the Americas, right? So my thing is to see how studied up some people really are. And now we'll use common sense and logic, all right? Because I got some questions, and I'll go to the excerpts of Brother Abdullah's Bey book, okay? And these questions continuously go unanswered. Like I said, I've done a video about this already, but I decided, I said, you know what, I got to do it again because I don't think that they hear me. All right? Now, I'm going to ask it again. Did the transatlantic slave trade really exist the way the foreign European reconstructors of history say it existed? Okay, remember they said that they transported millions of what they call Africans to the Americas. All right? Now, the problem amongst most quote unquote black people, they have no idea of what true geography is. Okay? They have no idea of what true geography is. Okay? That's one thing. All right? They have no idea of what divine law is. They have no idea of what constitutional law is. Okay? You just have a whole bunch of angry guys that say stuff like this. Black power. Black power. Shit funny, man. All right? Shit funny. Now, I get that. I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they start talking about supreme balancement and cosmology and cosmogony, triple black, I get that, all right? But for some reason, they never understand, overstand, or understand what these Moors talking about. Now, right now, the Moors are probably the most hated individuals that's out here on the scene right now. And the reason is because we coming with it. We coming with that truth. All right, we're coming with that truth. It's not because we these religious freaks, anything like that, because, really, it's not even dealing with religious. When we say Islam, we talking about science, We ain't talking about, going to some church. And, you do have some religious Moors, just like you have some religious Christians. And then you have some Christians that's not religious. So, but anyway, back on topic. If it existed, the transatlantic slave trade, like the Europeans say it existed, I have questions, and these questions have to be answered, okay? Because Europeans, according to them, they pretty much know everything. They dig up the fossils for the dinosaurs that are millions and millions of years old, but yet have produced an original slave ship just from a few hundred years ago that's intact to prove what it is. You know, now when I say that, I'm saying the real deal. Okay. Now I'm not saying that there was no boats transferring us from certain parts of our land. I'm not saying that. Particularly saying maybe from up and down the Nile River, maybe from the east to the west coast, maybe through the Gulf of Mexico. See, the black guys never look at it from that angle. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the questions. All right, and like I said, I've already done a video like this, but I gotta come back and bring that thunder. You know, I gotta bring that thunder now because they gotta answer these questions. All right, and any scholar, true scholar, anyone that's logical and use common sense, they'll be like, you know what, this brother got a point. You understand? But actually, these are not my questions. I'm just co-signing the questions. Actually, these questions come from Brother Abdullah Bey. And that brother is so underrated. And the reason he's so underrated is because he coming with that thunder. All right? The reconstruction of history in the Americas. Some myths of the Middle Passage by Brother Abdullah L. Talib Mosey Bey. Let us use math to examine the myth that the indigenous people, the Moors of North, Central, and South America, now branded black, Negro, colored, Afro, etc., were shipped from what the masses know as Africa to what they know as the Americas. And questioning their own writings, how could the European colonists, reconstructors of history, who shipped over 125 million Moors, now labeled as black, Negro, colored, from what the masses know as Africa to what the masses know as America, when they didn't know how to grow their own crops? All right. Now, how is that possible? Now, this is for actually, this question is for anybody. This is for Europeans. This is for you black guys. We always say that we are the original man, the black man. Well, they say it. I don't say it, but we're the original man. The black man is the original man, the first, the gods of the earth. Well, how is it possible that a knuckle dragger, a cave dweller, can transport 125 plus million Moors from all the way from East Africa to the western part of the hemisphere? How is that possible? Now, I mean, let's just be real. And they don't even know how to grow their own food. Because you got to remember, if we're first, that means we taught them everything. 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 Did the European colonists, reconstructors of history, and Asiatic historians, anthropologists, and sociologists who followed their teachings write that the peregrinos, which means wanderer, or pilgrims, were so skilled in navigation to the point that they were able to sail over 125 million Moors from East Amexem, which is East Africa, okay, to North America, which is Northwest Africa? Keep in mind that these same peregrinos did not know how to grow their own crops. All right. Now, this is for Europeans that try and enforce this lie, and this is for these black guys and these black women that try to enforce this same lie. Okay. That question, you got to answer it. Okay. Because if we were first, we taught them. Okay? We taught them everything. Okay. If so, what were the names of the schools where the English learned navigation during the 1600s and 1700s? The knowledge of astrology is needed to successfully navigate ships, for the stars and the moons are used as guides. So, again, for you Europeans that pump this, again, for you black guys who pump this, what were the names of the schools where the English learned navigation during the 1600s and 1700s? Please provide me an answer in the comment section, okay? Because I want to know. You know, I don't know, so I want to know. Y'all know, so I want to know. All right. What were the names of the professors and artisans who taught geometry, cartography, biology, chemistry, physics, shipbuilding, sailing, carpentry, smelting at the schools in England during the 1600s and 1700s, and who taught them? All right, put it in the comment section, okay? Give me the answer. All right, I'm the student right now, so give me the answer. Now, this is for you Europeans and you black guys that continuously push the transatlantic slave trade in regards to selling 125 plus million Moors from East Africa to North America. Okay? All right. What were the names of the schools in England during the 1600s and 1700s that taught shipbuilding, carpentry, water purification, forestry, and smelting? Now remember, according to Europeans, you know, man, they like masters at record keeping. Okay? So actually, they should have this information. Actually, these questions are easy to answer. What were the names of the schools in England during the 1600s and 1700s that taught shipbuilding, carpentry, water purification, forestry, and smelting? Again, this is for you black guys, you black women that continuously push this madness, and this is for you Europeans that push this madness. I need answers in the comment section for these particular questions. I'm not starting anything. I need answers. Okay? What were the names of the multiple highly sophisticated lumber mills, iron mills, forestries in England during the 1600s and 1700s? That wasn't that long ago, people. It wasn't that long ago, so you should be able to provide the data and the information for these questions, because this was big business. The slave trade, and still is today, is big business. Okay? Now, what were the names of the companies that made the sails in England during the 1600s and 1700s? Okay? You can't tell me that they didn't have any names. You understand? So in the comment section, what I need from you black guys, you black women, and you Europeans that continuously push this madness that we are from Africa, so-called black people, that we are, all of the ones that's in North America are from the African continent. Okay, provide me the answers for these questions. Okay. What were the names of the cloth mills that supplied the cloth to the companies that made the sails in England during the 1600s and 1700s? What were the names of the supporting industries in England during the 1600s and 1700s? Remember, many unrelated industries and technologies need to come together in order to accomplish the task of sailing over 125 million Moors on ships. What were the names of the food growth and preservation industries in England? Food is needed to maintain the health and strength of the crews and the slaves. So what were the names, people? I need the answers in the comments. All right, I'm a student right now. I don't know. These are good questions that got to be answered. What were the names of the food storage industries in England? What were the names of the industries that built water purification systems to supply fresh water for the ships? The crew and the slaves would have dehydrated rapidly if they drank salt water. How many ships did the European colonists, reconstructors of history, use during the Middle Passage? So they had a certain amount, right? If they sailed 125 million Moors, they had to have a certain amount of ships, right? And it had to be a certain timeline. That's like half the population of what they call the United States. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of people and a hell of a lot of manpower. How many slaves did each ship hold? Okay, so now we got to know how many slaves did each ship hold? What were the names of the ships? Okay. How many months did it take the European colonists, reconstructors of history, to complete a voyage? Okay, so how long did it actually take? What was the distance the European colonists, reconstructors of history, traveled? I need comments. I need answers to this because I'm dumb as hell. I don't know this. So I need it, okay? Where did the European colonists, reconstructors of history, store the Moors, labeled black, Negro, colored, once they set ashore the Americas? Now, once they pulled up to the shore, right, you got this big ship and you have starving Africans on a ship. You have piss, shit, vomit, menstrual blood, spit, you name it. And everybody is chained up in bondage. How can people like that work successfully? How is that possible? Again, starving people, people laying in feces, urine, menstrual blood, and whatever else there is. How can people in those conditions work? All right. Now, why were secret societies set up? For example, Eastern Star, Prince Hall, Knights of Templar, Rosicrucian Order, Odd Fellows. What secrets are preserved and taught in these secret societies? Could the secrets be the true history of the Moors, now branded black, Negro, color, Afro, Indian, West Indian, Hispanic, Latino, etc.? Why should we keep secrets? Why should we keep secrets? What evidence proof do the European colonists, reconstructors of history, and the Asiatic scholars who follow the teachings have to support the myth that the Moors, now branded black, Negro, colored, Afro, were brought in the hulls of ships from what the masses know as Africa to what the masses know as the Americas? Okay, so what evidence or proof do the European colonists, reconstructors of history, and the Asiatic scholars that follow their teachings have to support the myth that the Moors, now branded black, Negro, and color, were brought in the hulls of ships from what the masses know as Africa to what the masses know as the Americas? What evidence or proof? I need them in the comments. All right, I need the answers in the comments, and I need the evidence and proof in the comments. Or you can email it to me, PublishedInfo@gmail.com. Okay. Have you ever thought about these compelling questions? No, most of them have not. Okay. Remember, let us use math logic to examine these compelling questions. Remember, major older documentations and artifacts, letters, treaties, maps, calendars, pictures, sculptures, paintings, encyclopedias, dictionaries, almanacs have not been exposed to the masses. Have you ever wondered why they have not been exposed to the general public? Have you ever wondered what information has been kept from the general public? Have you ever wondered who possessed the older documentations and artifacts? No, you don't. You've never thought about that. You Europeans that arrogantly push this madness, and you black guys and black women that arrogantly push this information, you never thought about that. Now set aside the emotion and the questions that I ask. If you can answer them intelligently, leave the answer and your evidence and proof in the comment section, or you can email it to me. Now, I know you won't be able to provide it, but hey, if you think you're bold enough to actually produce the evidence and you think you're smart enough to do it, that's cool with me. I would still love to see it. All right. Now, let's get beside all this negative energy in regards to we as a people, what we do in this country, okay, or on this particular continent. All right. I'm coming in the spirit of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. All right. Sometimes I can be an asshole, but I'm like that at times, sometimes, because you got to be like that with some people just so they can see, you know, because we all adults, you know, you may have a few children watching and they trying to learn from us, you know, so we got to lead them the right way. We got to lead them the right way. And my whole purpose is to use common sense and logic Now, did I ever say that the slave trade did not exist? Never said that. I'm just saying that it didn't exist the way they claim it existed, okay? Because I'm claiming my land, my ancestral estate, which is North America, okay, in particular. You know, I'm claiming that. And as far back as I know, I've always heard my mom say that, you know, even though she wasn't really using the right language, that we had Indian in our family. Her mom would say it. And we always had the features of what they call, quote unquote, Indians, the natives, the high cheekbones, the nose, you understand? We got all that. My grandmother would always say Cherokee or Choctaw or Chickasaw. She always talked about those particular tribes, those family tribes, which is in this territory, the Tennessee territory, or what they call Tennessee. Okay, so I know I'm from the Chickasaw tribe. Okay, Chickasaw Choctaw, which is near the Mississippi territory in Tennessee. I know this, but I also know that I'm a Moor because that's dealing with my nationality, the bloodline of the nation, the land, the entire land mass. Okay, so we're not just dealing with, you know, particular family tribes. So the tribes are, you know, family tribes. That's what they are. Okay, the nation is the nation. The nation is before the tribe. Okay, so that's why I say I'm a Moor, but I'm from the Chickasaw tribe because I know where my immediate family from a few generations come from. They come from this area, as far back as I know, as far back as I remember. Okay, and like I said, you know, I wanted to make it a little entertaining, you know. So if you got the answer, hey, I don't know, I'm dumb as hell. So just leave it in the comment section, and I'll check it out and I'll do the research on it. But until then, Islam, peace and love. I'm out.